Hey, what's up, Herbs Better? Chad Cattani here with Epic Lending. And today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about ARIVE and the impact that it's had on my business and how it has helped me as a broker. One of the first things I kind of want to talk about here is just the client experience. Okay. It's set up to be super easy to use and easy to follow for the client. So, you've got your own link that you can just send your borrower after your initial conversation. Hey, everything sounds great. Love to help you out. Let me get you over my link, take you straight to it. What you're going to do is you're going to register. You'll get an email to confirm. That way we've got the right email here. Then you're going to log in, start your application, right? Super simple. Get in the email. Just me personally, I feel like the clients that I have dealt with here are able to get this completed in, 7-ish minutes. I mean, it's pretty solid. It's very easy to use, just kind of step by step. And one of the really cool things I feel like is they're able to actually denote whether or not they're working with a realtor. So when they do that, ARIVE is actually going to, expand and ask them, realtor contact information, name, company, email, phone number, right? So it's going to collect that stuff right up front, which will be used later when you're sending out your pre-qualification letters and things like that. So I really like that it's able to collect that stuff because, I get referrals all the time that, are already working with a realtor that I don't know. So that really helps out, with making those connections. So also, once they actually start that application, you as the LO are going to get an email and alert, hey, Chad, John Smith has started an application. All right. So when they're actually in there, right? They're actually following your instructions or getting things going. Okay. You'll also get an email once they complete that application. And then after they complete that application, they're going to be asked to upload some documents, which is part of the finish here. So once they've completed their application, hey, thanks for completing your application. There are some documents that we want you to upload. Once they've completed those uploads, you're then going to get an email as the LO that says, hey, John Smith has completed all their tasks. So at that point, now you can go in and actually work a full application. Full in the fact that they've answered their question, they've uploaded some documents. Everybody knows that buyers don't complete applications, all the way through with complete info. But it's got most of your stuff in there, and it's not something where, you got to go back in and check, are they done yet? Are they done yet? Do they have all their stuff? You're going to get those notifications. So I feel like that really helps with me, especially with as busy as we all are. You're not going back and forth. So the ARIVE platform itself here, they do have an integrated pricing engine where you can view multiple lenders. Okay. So after you build out your application and you go to actually price it, you're able to, select what investors that you want to look at, what lenders you want to look at. And it's all going to come up super clean, and you're able to look at all that. Now, those are the lenders that are integrated, with ARIVE. Obviously, not every lender is going to have their pricing in there. However, you can actually create manual pricing for those lenders that are not on that platform. So you're able to, put that in and you can create your own parameters and your own scenario there, right? So you can select your products, and then it's going to, flow back over to the application, and it's going to update everything based on what you select. Again, it's really easy. It's like one of my favorite things about ARIVE is just how incredibly easy this thing is to use, and just super user friendly. Another really cool thing that is super helpful is you can run both DU and LP, actually in the ARIVE system here. Definitely makes it easy that it's all integrated in there, and all your findings come through. They're saved in the file each time you run them for reference later. Once you have actually selected your product, and you've worked your application here, you've went ahead and run AUS, you got a complete application and you're ready to get that over to the lender. Something that's really, really great is you're able to register directly with the lender through ARIVE. It's literally a button at the bottom of the loan center section that just says submit to lender, right? Super easy. Click that. ARIVE kind of takes it from there. Takes 30 seconds to a minute. You'll get a little pop-up that says success. It's now registered with the lender. It's going to name your lender. It's going to also give you that loan number. So then at that point, you can go over to your lender portal, log in, and complete your tasks from there. So speaking of Loan Center, I love this section. This section is super helpful because it really shows all the details of your loan, of your file, right? So it's got everything in there. It's got that lender and that loan number, if it's been registered, shows the rate that you've selected, your APR, DTI, LTV, all that kind of stuff is all in there in the top section. It also has a workflow status, which I feel is really cool because the actual lenders here in their portal will actually come back and it will talk back to ARIVE and it will give those updates. When certain milestones are hit, you're going to get those dates in there. You get a nice little green check mark, gives you the little feel good. Okay, great, that's done, right? Again, very, very easy to use. The other thing in that loan center is you're actually able to order your HOI and your title stuff directly from the ARIVE system. It's on the lower right-hand side. You just click order title, and you get a pop-up. You go ahead and fill out your stuff and get it ordered. Again, just a really nice feature that kind of cuts down on that time flipping back and forth between things, which is really nice. And of course, not every lender, like I mentioned, is on the ARIVE platform. So for those that you're going to be using that are not there, you're actually, obviously able to just export your file from ARIVE and go from there. The fee screen, obviously is, where you're going to be updating, all your fees, make sure your costs are correct. And, everybody's got those buyers that are super particular, especially when you're doing refinances, about those fees, those costs. I want to see them up front, So ARIVE makes it very, very easy to make that happen. You're able to edit all your fees. And once you're done there, you're actually able to print out a fee sheet for that buyer that you can send. And actually it's branded, with your company logo. It's got your picture on it, all your information, and it's very easy to read and everything's broken down for them. So you can get that out to your clients, and it's really easy to read, easy to make happen. There's another section in here that I feel is important to talk about. It's the setup options section. There is actually a loan narrative box, right, where you can throw in all your notes, what you talked about with, your client. In that way, it's always there. You can refer back to, you can add to it, and things like that. It also has a lead source indicator. During that initial application, when the borrower is filling all that out, it's going to ask them, how did you hear about us? So that's actually over here in the loan setup options. Really cool. So you can go back and kind of track, where your lead's coming from, where you're getting your apps from. And in this section as well, you're also going to be able to edit your milestone emails. So when certain things happen, you're able to select who gets emails. Okay. You can select borrower or buyer. You can select your selling agent. You can select the buyer's agent. And again, these are things that you have their information in here, right? So when, certain things happen and the file moves, an automated email will go out to say, hey, awesome, here's what's happened. Okay, here's how your file's progressing. Just again, it's a nicety that it's going to help you cut down on having to go in yourself and do these emails, make these, status update calls. It'll cut down on your, your borrowers, contacting you. Hey, what's up? Okay. So again, it's that automation, and it's going to save time. And the most important thing that we're all working with is time, especially now. So I feel that that's been a huge help for me personally. Anything that I can actually get the system to do for me is something I'm going to do. Absolutely. Moving on here, the client needs section helps out too. So it's going to show, so like I had said, they're going to get that list of things to, upload after they've done their application. What'll happen from there is if they haven't uploaded those items, you're going to be able to see that in this client needs section, and it's going to tell you all your outstanding items. Hey, they haven't uploaded their W-2. We're missing a driver's license or an ID, whatever it is, it's there. And you can actually review these items and accept or reject them. So if you're asking for a bank statement and they upload a freaking transaction history like half the borrowers do, you can reject it, and they're going to get an email that it's been rejected and they need to actually upload something else, right? Super helpful. And in the document section is where you're going to get all your stored uploads. Okay. You're going to have anything that's been uploaded by the borrower. You're going to have anything that you've done. So for instance, this is where you're going to find your e-consent, your consent to pull credit is in there. All of your findings that you've run, those are also going to be in there too. And you're also able to generate forms. One thing I personally, like that's been super helpful is there's actually like a generic gift letter in there that you can pull up, and there's fillable sections there. So you can go ahead and put your gift letter together up front, super easy, send it straight to the borrower from the system. Now, another thing that Harish and his team have done that's made things easy for me also is it's actually compatible with Docusign currently. So if you have a Docusign account, you can link it to your ARIVE profile here and actually send documents straight to the borrower for electronic signature right out of the system. And again, this saves time. It's you're able to cut out, flipping back and forth between systems and things of that nature. So those are some, high level items that I feel like have really helped me out with my system, and with just being a broker in general. There are just a couple other points that I really would like to make here. One thing that is super awesome for me is this system is completely web-based, right? You don't have to have anything installed on your computer. It's all web-based here. You can access it from anywhere. You can even access it from your phone. If you really need to, you can get in there and make edits, changes, look things up. So that's huge, especially for myself, being a MacBook Pro user here. That's super helpful that it's all web based. It does have mobile friendly application. I didn't really mention that with the borrower earlier. They can fill this out from their phone, the application from their phone. It's very smooth, very easy. Let's see here. The other thing that I want to kind of throw out there too is those of you that have processors, this is really helpful. You're actually able to upload notes in the file that everybody sees, and you can actually use the note section for communication. Anytime somebody puts a note in that section there, all the team members that are associated with that file are going to get a notification via email to say, there's a new note that's uploaded. Here's what the note says. That's been really helpful for me because, I've been using ARIVE for quite a while now. I was a very early adopter. Actually, I've not used another system since I've been a broker. I honestly haven't had to. I've been super, super happy with this. But I added processing here, over the last, few months. So that's one thing that's really helped me and my team, stay on task and keep all these things straight, is that notes section where everybody's getting those notifications once notes are made. So very, very helpful. There is the other thing with credit I probably should have mentioned earlier when I was talking about the actual application, but it's all seamless, right? You pull credit in there, gets it in there, and you're actually able to unmerge a file, a credit report there. You're actually able to delete borrowers, and you can do it all in ARIVE, and it's really seamless. And again, helps out making the whole process a little smoother, a little easier, where you're not going back and forth between systems and things like that. You're actually able to sort your pipeline and create customized views, so you can set it up to look however you want once you actually log in the system as an LO. And again, I found that to be pretty helpful with keeping things straight on my end here too. Everything can be customized. This thing is super customizable. Okay, so all of your emails, pre-qualification letters, that kind of stuff, these things that you can send directly from the system, they do have templates, but you're able to edit all of that stuff, which is, again, very, very helpful. And the last thing that I really kind of want to put out here that, I kind of say for last for a specific reason here. Harish and his team over here at ARIVE are top notch when it comes to support. They're accessible, they respond well, and they have made just enormous strides in a very short period of time with this system for us. And like I said, I was a very, very early adopter. Won't call it beta, but pretty early here. And at the beginning, they were looking for a lot of feedback, and not only were they looking for that feedback, but they would take that feedback and implement it very, very quickly. And again, if you need anything, this team is phenomenal, and they come back and help you out anytime you need it. So I feel like that's definitely something that is, brings a lot of value to us as mortgage originators. So there is your overview of ARIVE. Once again, Chad Cattani with Epic Lending. If you have any other questions or need any additional information, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help out. And as always, the AIME staff is readily available and willing to answer any questions that you might have. Thanks, guys.